Hi guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. This is the Devops mock interview day 184. We already completed 183 mock interviews. If you are watching this video for the first time in the YouTube, you can check out all mock interviews in the playlist section, and you can join my WhatsApp and Telegram group. You can find that links in the description section. Just click on it. And if you are looking for live DevOps training, just ping me on WhatsApp and enroll it immediately, because I'm going to start a new batch very soon, that is from January 5th. So from 5th January, I'm starting a new batch. Class timing will be from morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. IST, that is Indian Standard Time. Monday to Friday, we'll be having classes. Saturday and Sunday, there is a week off where you need to practice whatever we have done, the practical part during weekends, and we will be having a mock interviews during these weekends. So you will get a class calendar tool wise: Git, Jenkins, Terraform, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, projects, monitoring, all this. Okay, and we are going to learn from scratch. Okay, don't miss the opportunity. And what we are going to cover, we are going to cover Git plus GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, right, build, Terraform, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, AWS Cloud, and real-time project, Azure Devops, monitoring like Prometheus, Grafana. Okay, all these things we are going to learn, and everything will be practical and realistic. Okay, so I do conduct mock interviews, and if you already trained, if you are looking for only mock interviews or guidance to crack a job, that service is also available for all enrolled people. So if you want to enroll for only mock interviews, ping me on WhatsApp. And if you want only real-time project, okay, then also right, only project is also available. That to live classes. Okay, not a recording. Live class is available. That is, in 1 week, I'm going to start a DevOps real-time project. If you want to enroll for the project, you can enroll. You can write update in the resume, and you can crack a job by explaining the real-time project. There are so many people who already trained in DevOps, but they exactly don't know how to explain the project and how to write practice the project perfectly. I will provide you the resources, write document links, my class notes, everything with screenshots. You can blindly follow that and practice it, and you can explain the same in the interview. Okay, so let's wait for a few minutes. My student will going to join, that is enrolled people are going to join. Once they have joined, I will start the mock interview. Yeah, before that, there is a hype button will be displayed. Okay, so please click on that hype so that this video will be recommended to so many people. It will write like this video, comment out what you are expecting in the next mock interview. Okay, it will boost my confidence because I'm providing mock interviews. It's not at all a easy task. On weekends, I need to sit and conduct this mock interview, taking time. So this is not at all a small thing. Okay, please like so that it will be recommended to so many people who are struggling. Okay, in the interviews, they might help. It might help them at least to boost the confidence to perform better in the interviews. Okay, yeah, let's wait for few minutes. So if you are new to the channel, you can go to my YouTube channel. Okay, you can find the courses, like Terraform interview questions, Kubernetes interview questions, Docker interview questions, AWS EC2, AWS interview questions. Okay, this is more than enough to crack any job. And if you want all interview questions in one playlist, so there is already a playlist which I upload nearly 180 lessons. Go through it, okay, and crack a job in DevOps. And please join the button so that it will motivates, okay, me. You can donate to this channel by joining this button. Okay, and yeah, I do provide live training. You can call or WhatsApp to this mobile number. Okay, and I'm working in one of the big MNC company. Apart from the job, Okay, I'm providing this training as a passion. Okay, not for business, as a passion. I do provide a one-to-one sessions. Okay, don't miss the opportunity. From January 5th, as I mentioned, I'm starting a new batch. My content is ready. That's the reason I'm prepared the class calendar from 5th January to 18th March. Don't miss it. Join and learn from scratch. You will get a calendar along with holidays. Okay, when the class will be started, class will be ended. When the right Git to start, when Jenkins to start, Terraform, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, everything was clear. So clear roadmap. So you will also get clarity. Oh, these tools will start here, this tools will ends here. Okay. No one will provide, even in the institutes also they don't provide this much of clarity. Because they don't have clarity. Okay, when to start the tool, when to end the tool. Okay, they just go with the flow. No, going with the flow is different. Preparing a plan and executing that plan was totally different. Okay, that is what important. Then if I have a plan, okay, I will execute the plan perfectly. Okay, if I go with the flow, I will miss, right? There is a high chances I can miss anything. I already prepared the content. See, I will go to DevOps easy, DevOps. See, DevOps demo content is ready. Git content, Jenkins content, Terraform, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, project, okay, AWS, azure Devops, Linux 0 to 0, everything is ready. Okay, yeah, my student is joining in 5 minutes. Let's wait. Okay, yeah, hi, Quetty, welcome. If you want, please go ahead and introduce yourself. Hello, your voice was very low. I cannot able to hear. Yeah, hi, Bookshare. Thank you so much for joining. Do you want to introduce
Hello, good
yourself?
morning, sir.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Please go ahead and introduce yourself. Yeah, Bookshare.
Yes, yes. Hello, I am Bookshare. I have about 5.5 years of experience as a DevOps engineer, working on as a DevOps engineer, which includes like multiple sectors like retail sector and a mid-scale service company and also an NGO. My major day-to-day activities involves working with AWS cloud, like managing AWS organizations using Control Tower, which has about 70 plus AWS accounts spanning across 25 clients. And I also automate cloud operations using Python in AWS Lambda, like building and deploying golden AMIs using Terraform scripts, and also ensuring that they're security compliant using tools like AWS Config, Security Hub, guardrails, etc. My strengths also include designing scalable infrastructure, observability, and reliability. Like I built Splunk dashboards for infra visibility, use Prometheus and Grafana for monitoring applications and service logs as part of the Kubernetes deployment pipelines, which I built using Jenkins CI/CD scripts. So yeah, I strive to approach my work with clarity, consistency, and a strong learning mindset. And I'm excited about this role as it aligns with my core focus areas. Thank you.
Okay, how many years of experience you have in Terraform?
Terraform, I have about five years of experience.
Oh, okay. So, Katie, do you want to try and introduce yourself? Okay. So today major focus will be on Terraform. I will share my screen. So which I mentioned about the private mock interview. Yesterday, right, due to some personal work, I was right outside whole day. So I didn't get a chance to conduct the private mock interview. I hope today, if I get an opportunity, definitely. Okay, I will ping. Yeah, Kweti, your voice was not audible.
Yeah, sir, am I audible now?
Yes, now you are audible.
Yeah, actually, my that time I was talking without headphone, so
Oh,
this time I plugged in my headphone. Sorry about that.
okay, okay. No issues. So, how do you structure Terraform for a large enterprise with multiple teams and environments? Yes, Bookshare.
I will first have a separate folder for modules, and then for different environments, if there is dev environment, dev, release environment, and production environment. Uh, can you show me the question also? So yes, for environments, I'll have as many as there are environments. I'll have as many folders, and I would use workspaces for that. And maybe for production-ready applications, I'll consider having a separate production folder rather than making production as part of a workspace, a Terraform workspace, to avoid any kind of, since the code base will be as one code base. If I'm using workspace, I will use separate code base for production and one code base for the other environments.
Okay. Your Terraform apply is failing because the state is locked. What do you do? Your Terraform apply is failing because the state is locked. What do you do? Yeah, first query.
Sir, in that case, we have to manually unlock the state file.
Okay. Bookshare.
If my state is locked, the first thing I would do is go see if on in the DynamoDB table which ID is locking and if it is matching with the state file, and if it is unnecessary third ID which is not part of the state, then I will delete that uh, entry manually and then try to run it again.
Your Terraform module output is not updating even after applying changes. Why? Your Terraform module output is not updating even after applying changes. If anyone watching this video on YouTube, please like this video. How do you manage secrets in Terraform without exposing them in code or state file or state whatever it may be? Yes, Bookshare. How do you manage secrets in Terraform?
Secrets, I will first thing I'll make sure that I will not put secrets as part of the code at all. So it will not. I will not have secrets as part of Terraform variables, and I will not store it on any source control repository also. And if I want to, if there is, I'll store secrets in third-party tools like Vault or Terraform Vault or HashiCorp Vault, or maybe AWS, and then use data resource to fetch it as part while running if at all it is needed in other resources.
Okay, how do you handle module versioning in a production environment? How do you handle module versioning in a production environment?
I think there is a ref version that can be included as part of Git while storing it in the source control repository. So I'll specify a particular version and store it, and even in the code, Terraform code, when we create a model, we can specify a version number. So I will use that.
What happens if you delete the Terraform stateful accidentally? So what
If it is
happens?
stored,
Yeah, go ahead.
yes, if it is stored in a in S3 backend, for instance, then I'll look for a recent uh, object in S3 and then try to download it and apply the changes. And even if it is accidentally deleted and there is no stateful, that is one option that we can go ahead with.
Okay, your Terraform EC2 instance keeps getting recreated on every apply. Why? Your Terraform EC2 instance keeps getting recreated, sorry, uh, every apply. Why? Yes, Bookshare.
One reason for why this might happen is if there is from the AWS end, if that EC2 instance has a tag that might uh, be generated by AWS and not Terraform, then and if we have tags in our AWS and if we have not used ignore uh, in I think in lifecycle, if we do not use ignore, ignore changes, I think flag, then
If we update the tags, right, there is no point recreating the EC2 instance. It will just update the tags. It will not recreate. Here the
oh,
EC2 instance is recreated. If you are updating the tag, EC2 instance, only a tags will be updated, not it will recreate the EC2 instance.
okay, okay, correct, correct. No, no. Mm,
How do you handle dependency ordering between modules? Dependency ordering between modules. Yes, Bookshare.
Um, between modules, if the entire infrastructure is automated, and one way to handle the dependency ordering between modules is you run the Terraform apply one after other, and there is also it can be run only once one module is successfully applied, then you can run the other module. That is one way, and uh, depends on, I think, is another attribute that can be used.
Okay. Yeah, we almost completed the off interview. If anyone watches this video on YouTube, please like this video. And if you're looking for live classes, you can ping me on WhatsApp. And the QWERTY, we almost completed 50%. I hope you are going to participate
Yes, sir.
and
Yes.
you will contribute.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you provision EC2 using Terraform and plus Ansible together? Yes, Bookshare.
Uh, uh, First, I'll provision EC2 instances, create EC2 instances using Terraform scripts, and I'll output these the IPs of the EC2 instance that get created into using Terraform outputs, and I'll store it into a file, and I'll use Ansible uh, to run the to configure EC2 instances. Or the second method could be, if I want to do it only using within Terraform, then there is a provisioner remote exec. Provisioner remote exec. Within that, we can run Ansible playbook command, and dynamic inventory file can be used for this.
Okay, if you use remote exec, what it will do, it will log into your EC2 instance and it will perform the steps.
The command that we provided within the
Yeah, but right in the newly created EC2 instance, if you log in, So how you will execute the Ansible? Because in the newly created instance, okay, there is no Ansible will be available. How do you perform that?
Okay, correct. Then no, so then I'll not use remote exec because we shouldn't have to log into an EC2 instance to run Ansible playbook.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Quetti, you want to add?
No, sir.
We need to use local exec, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Local exec.
Okay, how do you protect production from accidental destroy?
I think prevent, destroy, life cycle should be added as part of all resources.
Yeah. Okay, five more left. How do you run Terraform in a CI/CD pipeline?
So firstly, I will use mm, I will add all the AWS. Let's say if you're deploying into AWS, I'll upload access keys and secret keys into Jenkins credentials and store the secrets there and create a pipeline, the CI/CD Jenkins pipeline. Within that, I will run first. Do the Terraform init. If there is a backend that can, I'll make sure that it gets created with backend and then Terraform plan and output that plan into a file, and then I'll run Terraform apply with auto apply.
Okay,
If it is a
how do you do
non,
that via pipeline?
how do I do it? Is in within the script. Uh, in the pipeline script, I can run in one of the stages.
Yeah, you need to mention that, right? I'll
Okay,
create a
okay.
pipeline script where we will define multiple stages.
Correct. Oh, sorry. Yes. So I'll create pipeline script and pipeline. Then it should run within either Jenkins instance or any specific separate node agent. And under stages, stage and steps, I'll create a script and I'll run the script.
How do you manage drift in Terraform?
Uh,
Yes, Bhakshar.
if there is a drift, generally, I think Terraform has a mechanism to identify drift and run the refresh as part of apply. If there is not, then if I detect, I can detect drift using exit codes. I can't recall. I think it's hyphen hyphen exit code as
The
part of apply.
Terraform plan, we can run Terraform plan to detect the Terraform drift, and we can run the Terraform plan hyphen refresh if we want to incorporate those drift changes into our state file.
Okay. A resource must only be created if a variable is true. How do you do it? Resource must be created if a variable is true. How do you do it? We can apply a boolean, right? Where it will take it true or false. If it is true, it will create it. If it is false, it will not create.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you handle Terraform for multiple AWS accounts?
Yes, sir. We have to provide information regarding the AWS secret key and access key of the multiple AWS account in the provider section. Then we can use the Terraform for multiple accounts.
Or we can use the configure aws.aws/config file or configure file. And there we can specify multiple AWS accounts and use the name as part of it.
Okay, just a moment. Okay, how do you upgrade a Terraform state or provider without downtime?
Sir, we can use the create before destroy meta tag. So one of the resource will be created before in going for destroy. So by this method, we can update the Terraform infrastructure without downtime.
Let's check the answers. How do you structure Terraform for a large enterprise with multiple teams and environment? If you are not talking with yourself, getting background noise. For large scale setups, use root modules per environment like production, development, and staging. Shared modules for reusable components like module/VPC, module/CKS, module/IAM. Terraform workspaces only for identical infra with different configurations, not for completely separate environments. Use Terragrant for dry configurations, automated remote states, automatic dependency handling. So folder structure example, live, prod, VPC case, dev, and modules VPC in case. Your Terraform apply is failing because the state is locked. What do you do? State lock happens due to right interrupted apply, crash, or other team applying simultaneously. So check the lock, Terraform state list. Okay. Force unlock if you are 100% sure. Terraform force unlock lock ID. If you using S3 plus DynamoDB, remove tail lock item in DynamoDB table. Never force unlock while someone else is applying. What will the risk? State will be corrupted. Your Terraform module output is not updating even after changes, applying changes. So output values are complete attributed. So module code updated, but Terraform cached old plan. So resource didn't change, dependent output unchanged. So the fix will be Terraform refresh and after Terraform apply or trained the particular resource. Okay, it will be recreated in the next apply. How do you manage secrets in Terraform without exposing them to in the code or state? So AWS Secrets Manager or SSM parameter store, or you can use the Terraform variables as sensitive equal to true. Use world provider for enterprise environment. Use CLI arguments. Okay, like never.tf was check it into Git. Nothing but you need to ignore it. Using .git ignore some files. You will not commit it. Or you can use a
Yes.
local environmental variable as well, where it will store in your local system as an environmental variable. When you execute Terraform, automatically it will fetch the values from your local terminal. How do you handle module versioning in a production environment? So lock module version or Terraform registry. Never points to main branch, latest branch, or floating version. What happens if you delete the Terraform stateful accidentally? Terraform loses its mapping, cannot plan changes. Enable remote state like S3, GCS, Azure Blob with versioning. Restore last version manually. Your Terraform EC2 instance keeps getting recreated on every apply. So unstable attribute user data changing or timestamp are random. External script generating dynamic content. So rift in the infrastructure, values replaced by AWS, example tags by security teams. Fix lifecycle, ignore changes, user data, or fix whatever it may be. If you want to ignore, you can ignore it. How do you handle dependency ordering between modules? So Terraform is declarative, but you can enforce. So module.aks.cluster equal to module.vpc.vpc id. So depends on block. So use only when Terraform cannot write in infer dependency automatically. So normally Terraform is smart enough. Okay, it will execute one by one, right, depending upon the dependency. If Terraform is not able to do it, then only you can use the dependence on block. How do provision EC2 using Terraform plus Ansible together? So Terraform will create the EC2 instance. Terraform outputs the instance IP as Bookshare mentioned. Dynamic Ansible inventory picks them. Run Ansible playbook. Or if you want to do it within Terraform, we will use a provisional block with local exec so that in the local
Yes,
system Ansible will be installed. We will execute it.
got it.
How do you protect production from accidental destroy? Yes, you can use a lifecycle block, prevent destroy. How do you run Terraform CI/CD pipeline? So the steps involved: git format, git init, git file. Sorry, not git init. Terraform init, Terraform wildlet, Terraform plan output into a plan file, Terraform apply plan file. If you want to do a manual approval in between before apply, of course you can add a stage for manual approval. How do you manage drift in Terraform? So Terraform plan, Terraform refresh, Terraform apply. So AWS config, drift to CTL or OPA policies. A resource must only be created if a variable is true. So how do we do it? So use count based conditions. So resource AWS instance web count var dot create instance question mark 1 0. So resource AWS S3 bucket optional for each var dot enable main equal to 1. Then you can create a variable for this separately, like true or false, depending upon that it will create. How do you handle Terraform for multiple AWS accounts? So you can create a role, separate backend state for each account. How do you upgrade a Terraform state or provided without downtime? So Terraform init upgrade, run Terraform plan, and migrate state if needed. Apply carefully. Test backward compatibility in lower environments first. Okay, yeah, that's it for today. If anyone watches this video on YouTube, please like this video, and I'm stopping the recording.